Now what you are doing, right now, tonight, while you are watching this, the United States government is quietly shutting down the nickel. It costs 14 cents to make a 5-cent coin that is nearly 3 times face value, and the government has already admitted it. They cannot keep doing this. The math is broken, and when the math breaks, they pull the plug. They did it with the penny. You watched it happen, and the penny. You watched it happen, and nobody saved theirs in time. Now it is the nickel's turn, and when the ban hits, 5 specific nickels disappear from circulation forever. Not from stores, not from banks, from your pocket change, from your grandchildren's piggy banks, from the change jar on your dresser that you have been ignoring for 20 years, worth thousands of dollars. Some of them are worth more than your car payment, some worth more than a year of groceries. One of them, the one I'm going to show you last, has sold at auction for over $25,000, and it is sitting in American change jars right now, being spent as pocket change by people who have absolutely no idea what they are holding. I am going to show you 5 of them tonight, one by one, starting with the one most people completely overlook. And by the time I get to number 1, you are never going to look at your change the same way again. There are 5, and I am counting them down right now. Number 5. Right now, while you're watching this, the United States government is quietly letting one of the rarest Jefferson nickels vanish forever. The 1977 nickel may look normal in your pocket, but it hides a secret worth thousands. Most people ignore it, spend it on candy, or lose it in their couch cushions, but collectors know exactly what to look for. And tonight I am going to show you why every single 1977 Jefferson nickel could be hiding a fortune. Coin number 1, the 1977 Jefferson nickel from the Philadelphia and Denver mints looks ordinary at first glance. But inside that production run, the mint made a mechanical mistake, a double die error that went unnoticed for decades. You need a magnifying glass to spot it. Look at the word Liberty at the top. Do the letters have a shadow, a ghost image behind them? That is the double die. That small imperfection turns a 5-cent coin into a collector treasure. One in perfect condition has sold for over $2,000. Yes, $2,000 for a coin you might have spent at a vending machine. But there is more. Flip it over and look at Monticello focus on the steps, leading up to Thomas Jefferson's home. Are all 5 distinct, or have they merged into a flat line? Collectors call full steps the difference between a worthless nickel and one worth over $4,000 in mint state condition. This is the coin the mint never wanted you to notice. When the nickel is quietly phased out, these error coins disappear forever. No more will they be minted. The ones in circulation become the entire supply. Check every 1977 nickel you own. Every jar, every drawer, every forgotten pocket. It only takes one to change everything. If you spot a double die or full steps, hold it, protect it, get it graded, and you could be holding a piece of history worth more than your car payment or a year of groceries. The 1977 Jefferson nickel is hiding secrets, right now in plain sight. Are you going to ignore it, or are you going to find your fortune before it's gone? There are 5, and I am counting them down right now. Coin number 5, 1987. Look at this coin. Most people see 5 cents and move on. I need you to slow down, because inside the 1987 production run, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint made something they did not plan on the same year. Ronald Reagan was in the White House. The same year the stock market crashed on Black Monday. The United States Mint was producing nickels by the hundreds of millions. Philadelphia struck over 171 million of them. Denver struck nearly 150 million more. That is over 320 million. 1987 nickels, dumped into circulation in a single year. 320 million chances to get it wrong. And they did. The 1987 Jefferson Nickel has documented double die varieties on both the obverse and the reverse. What does that mean for you? It means the die that struck these coins had a mechanical defect, a shift, a doubling in the engraving. And that defect was pressed into the surface of thousands of coins before anyone caught it. Under magnification, you are looking for one thing: doubling, a shadow, a ghost image behind the primary text. Look at the word liberty. Look at "In God We Trust." Look at the date itself. Are those digits clean and sharp? Or is there a slight split, a secondary image hiding behind the letter? If you see it, stop everything. A 1987 Jefferson Nickel with a confirmed double die in circulated condition has sold for over $2,000 at auction. $2,000 for a coin you might have spent on a candy bar. But we are not done with the 1987 yet, because there is a second thing you are looking for. And this one does not require a magnifying glass. Flip the coin over. Look at Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's estate, and specifically, look at the steps. The 5 steps leading up to the front door. Can you see them? All 5. Are they sharp, defined, clear enough to count individually? Or are they worn flat, merged together, indistinguishable? This is what graders call full steps. And full steps on a Jefferson Nickel is worth everything. A 1987 Jefferson Nickel in MS60, that is near perfect mint state condition with full steps on Monticello, has sold for over $4,000. $4,000 for a coin produced 20 years after the moon landing. And here is what the mint will never tell you. When the nickel ban hits, error varieties vanish permanently. There is no more source, no more chance. The coins that survive in change jars and estate collections become the entire supply forever. Check every 1987 nickel you find, every single one. Get a 10-power loop. Check Liberty. Check the date. Check those Monticello steps. And if you find full steps or any doubling, hold it, protect it, get it graded, because coin number 4 is going to shock you even more. The 1987 was hiding a mistake worth thousands. Coin 4 hid a government secret buried in plain sight for 45 years. Keep watching. Coin number 4, 1979. Number 3. Right now, while you're watching this, something unbelievable is happening to a coin you have probably ignored your entire life. The 1978 Jefferson Nickel is quietly hiding in plain sight inside pockets, jars, drawers, and piggy banks all across America. Most people see 5 cents and move on. But what they do not realize is that some of these coins are worth hundreds and thousands of dollars, and they are being spent every single day like nothing. This is not hype. This is not a rumor. This is how rare coin discoveries actually happen. Ordinary people finding extraordinary value in the most unexpected places. And tonight, I am going to walk you through exactly why the 1978 Jefferson Nickel could change the way you look at your money forever. In 1978, the United States Mint was producing millions of nickels from both Philadelphia and Denver. Massive numbers were struck, flooding circulation, and when that happens, mistakes are inevitable. Small mechanical shifts, tiny misalignments, defects in the dies. All of it gets pressed into the metal again and again before anyone notices. And those mistakes are where the money is. Coin number 1, the 1978 double die error. This is the one most people miss because you have to slow down and really look. Closely examine the word liberty and the phrase, "In God We Trust." Do the letters look perfectly clean, or is there a faint doubling, a shadow behind the text, like a ghost image? That is not damage. That is not wear. That is a mint error, created the moment the coin was struck. and coins like that have sold for over $1,500 depending on condition. Imagine finding that in your loose change, but we are just getting started because the back of the coin holds an even bigger secret. Flip the nickel over and look at Monticello, the home of Thomas Jefferson. Focus on the steps. Leading up to the building, most nickels you find will have flat, worn steps that blend together, but a small number left the mint with razor-sharp, fully separated lines. Collectors call this full steps, and it changes everything. 1978, Jefferson Nickel with full steps in high-grade condition has sold for thousands because it is incredibly rare to find one that clean after decades in circulation. Now here is where things get even more interesting because there's another hidden detail almost nobody talks about. The mint marks. In 1978, coins came from Philadelphia with no mint mark and Denver with a small d. But some of these coins show striking abnormalities off center strikes, weak strikes, and misaligned dies. These are not supposed to exist yet. They slipped through quality control and ended up in circulation. 1978. Nickel with a dramatic off-center strike can easily sell for hundreds, sometimes more depending on how extreme the error is. Number 2, right? Now, while you are watching this, a coin you have probably ignored your entire life is quietly hiding a secret. The 1986 Jefferson Nickel looks like nothing. Special, just 5 cents, just another coin in your pocket. But what if I told you that some of these are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and people are spending them every single day without even looking? This is how it happens. The United States. Mint in 1986 produced millions of nickels from Philadelphia and Denver. Huge numbers flooding into circulation. And whenever that kind of volume happens, mistakes slip through. Small errors, tiny defects, misalignments in the dies, and those mistakes get stamped into the coin again and again before anyone catches it. Coin number 1, the 1986 double die error. This is the detail almost nobody checks. Look at the front of the coin. Focus on the word liberty and in God we trust. Do the letters look normal, or do you see a slight doubling, a shadow, a second image, hiding behind the text? That is not damage. That is a mint error created during production. And collectors pay serious money for it. A confirmed 1986. Double die nickel in strong condition has sold for over $1,000. Now flip the coin over, and this is where things get even more interesting. Look at Monticello, the building on the reverse, and focus on the steps leading up to it. Most coins you will find have flat, worn steps that blend together, but a rare few came out of the mint with sharp, fully separated lines. Collectors call this full steps, and it changes everything. 1986, Jefferson Nickel with full steps in high grade condition can sell for several $1,000s because it is extremely hard to find one that survived decades without wear. But there is another layer to this that most people never hear about. The mint mark. In 1986, coins were struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark and in Denver with a D. But some coins show striking errors off center strikes, weak impressions, or misaligned dies. These are not supposed to leave the mint, yet they did. And when they show up today, collectors compete for them. A strong off-center 1986 nickel can easily sell for hundreds, depending on how dramatic the error is. And then there is condition, the biggest game changer of all. Most 1986 nickels are scratched, dull, and heavily used. But if you find one that still looks bright, sharp, and nearly untouched, you could be holding a mint state coin. These are rare because very few people saved them when they were new. One high-grade 1986 Jefferson Nickel with strong detail and full steps has sold for thousands, turning a simple coin into a serious collectible. Think about that for a second. A coin worth 5 cents, turning into something that could cover a car payment or more. And here is what makes this even more urgent. Every year, coins are lost, damaged, or destroyed. Fewer high-quality 1986 nickels exist,